because at the end of the day, when they finish from Corona, the magistrate is going to send every of his findings to the DPP for them to now see if it's something they're going to throw out or move to the court. So why do they have to boycott that and say they want to discharge some people and take some people to court, when they can just as well wait for fair hearing, let everybody come out, speak what they want to say, the magistrate settle down, do all our findings, put them together and send it to your table, then you can take decisions. So why the rush? That's what I want to know. Why the rush? And I don't see anything bad in what Shittu did. It was just trying to like put this thing to them. You don't have to rush to do these things. We would do it normally, like you created this department, Corona, fact finding, get the facts, know what's happening. Then you move to the court. You don't have to rush to do that. So that's why when on that day when they said the case was thrown out, that's why I was wondering why the laughter, why people rejoicing. Like I don't get it.
All right, can I respond to that, please?
No, hold on, boss man, 1 second. You will respond to that. Now, let me say this thing real quick. 1 second, please. Now, they say they release 3 people. Now, they now base the case only solely on the nurse and spending. How about the other 15 people or 13 people?
Exactly.
So we say 14 people. Hold up. Oh, no interjection, please. How about the others in the house? Are they not part of the extension of the case? Are they not part of people who are with the disease? What is it called? 12 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. They are part. They are there. The younger brother is there. The mom younger this thing is there. So the wife is there. A lot of people, the DJ, the cameraman, all of them. Are they not part? The other guy who was on dread, who was saying Mobad is going Mobad. They are people. So why would everything solely just based on the nurse? Maybe we should call it invisible nurse, or probably some people have seen the nurse. I have not seen the nurse. So base it on the nurse and spending. The guy who gave the number of the nurse, just 2 people. How about those people who are at home? I don't know. You know, this thing can be a little bit confusing.
Can I respond to it, my brother? Let me respond.
All right, now. Go ahead.
I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. Don't let me start quoting Nigerian laws for you. All right? I told you that I can decide to be on the role of the DPP if I have to be in Nigeria. All right? But that is just the way it is. Man, what I'm trying to say in essence is this. I like the fact that how come we are letting go of the people who are concerned is about the people they were not around the vicinity of the deceased within the space of about 24 to 48 hours before he died. We should be monitoring, we should be talking about, we should be concerned about the people that were there 24 to 48 hours before the guys died. When we are actually concerned about people that were not in the vicinity. And throughout the Corona inquest, there was no link, according to all the investigation or cross-examination, on these people that will link to these people that I just mentioned. When we're supposed to show concern on how we can get the 15 people in the house into the Corona inquest and get them and look for evidence, we hired Odumosu, we hired Lasan for one reason: help us to get facts to incriminate these people. All the lawyers, they failed. Odumosu, I did not find any, and the same thing goes with the son. But now we are angry that they are freeing people. They free these people, they free them based on there was no substantial evidence that linked them to the pie of Mohbad. And you also talk about why the rush. Now, I understand that why the rush. The reason why you asked why is the rush is also what gave to the fact that, okay, why do you want me to hold these people when you have not presented any evidence of how they were linked? Number one, the reason why they held on to spending was because spending introduced the nurse. They charged spending for conspiracy. The nurse has pleaded guilty that she injected Mohbad. And that is an evidence that she used her own mouth to say with her own mouth. She incriminated herself to the case. So they held on to that. And they said, all these people, I am releasing them until there is another clear evidence that you can use to substantiate that they are involved in the pie of Mohbad. It is not the duty of the family lawyer to go and look for evidence to incriminate these people in this criminal whatever they're talking about. And
I'm not interjecting, no, but I have a question when you finish.
You are free to say, but I understand. So what they are saying is that coroner inquiry is still ongoing, but due to the process of this case, let the coroner inquest do its verdict, and whatever name that they have, they will add it to the name that they have on the list of the suspect, which is the nurse and spending. They do not say that they have acquitted the suspect like Sam Larry and co. Imagine if the criminal court start today. Imagine. And there's a need that they need to hear from Sam Larry. They will invite Sam Larry to come to court to come and answer questions. That is why they are not yet acquitted. They are only discharged. So he may be supposed to concentrate on how we are going to get the remaining people from the house that were there in the house. We are running after something, chicken things that does not make no sense, wasting our time and our resources on something that has no basis, on a matter of people that were not in the house where Mohbad was, within 24 to 48 hours. Why are we wasting our time over all these issues? To have argument with the DPP with no substantial evidence. To me, I don't think it has any sense. Okay, because this thing is already tiring, my sister.
Okay, so what I want to say is, now you're talking about them having no evidence. So what evidence will they have against the nurse and spending? Spending just dropped phone number. The nurse said she gave paracetamol. Tell me who paracetamol has killed before.
Conspiracy. The nurse said that it was an injection that Mohbad reacted to. And because she is nurse, and because she is not a qualified nurse, they believe that if Mohbad has gone to the hospital, it's likely that for him to be alive. So based on that fact, and with the testimony from confession from the mouth of the nurse, he has agreed that she is guilty.
She didn't say she's guilty. She didn't say she's guilty.
She has pleaded guilty.
No, because I was told, I heard that when they said you killed Mohbad. She said
no.
She said no. At the trial,
at the trial, do you know that she has pleaded guilty? I stand to be corrected. No, I heard that.
She didn't plead guilty. No, she didn't do that. When they came back,
are you there? Hold on.
You can ask him.
Arifa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, boss man.
Do you hear that the nurse has pleaded guilty? Is that true of us?
No, she didn't plead guilty. And,
I was hearing that.
There is nowhere in the court. She never directly accused.
No, not the coroner inquest. So I'm talking about the trial. Is it true? I heard that. That's I said I stand to be corrected on that.
No, their trial is yet to commence.
Yeah. So
they haven't even started the trial, but at the court, when Shittu said, "So you killed Mohbad," she said, "No, the wife."
No,
she didn't accept it.
The wife.
She never gave any direct.
She didn't accept that she's the one.
Accusation to anybody, including the wife.
All right.
She only keeps saying she is not the only one in the house. The wife is also in the house. The wife is also in the house. The wife is there. I give the injection, true, but the wife is there. When they ask her, did you give any medical advice before the injection? She said no, but the wife is also there. The wife didn't even ask any question.
During the cross-examination, she did not admit that to it. Now, the fact is that based on the police, the government inconclusive result, and based on the family that came out inconclusive. All right, and the nurse has confirmed that she gave an injection,
She
knowing
gave
that.
paracetamol.
Hold on,
Paracetamol.
she injected Mobad, yes or no?
Paracetamol.
Did she injected Mobad, yes or no?
I'm not a lawyer, so I can't be
Okay,
speaking for her, but I know she said she gave
she
paracetamol.
said
That's
she
it.
injected
She,
Mobad
she agrees. She agrees to the
intravenously.
fact that she injects Mohbad, either
Exactly. And the fact
paracetamol or
that
any
she's
other drug.
Okay, so
so far, hold on, please, let me land.
Bossman, can I ask you a question?
Can I land, please?
Okay,
So
all right.
far that she is not a qualified nurse, that is an indictment on our side. So far that she's not a
You
qualified
cannot say
nurse.
it's an indictment. Nobody indicted her. She's
Hold
not
on,
in
what
the
did you
court
say?
of law yet. She's still in the
Hold on.
fact-finding
Okay,
court.
that is why they're older responsible. That is why she's on the. That's why they're going to taking her to trial.
Okay, so you've not answered the question
She's
of
not
why
yet.
the rush. Why the rush?
Why
Why
the rush?
don't they
Number
allow
one.
fair hearing
Hold-
for all the
hold
other
on.
15 people in the house to come
They
speak at the
said
corona?
they said that why the whatever is going on, the corona inquest is going to close anytime from now. Let the magistrate will still do a verdict. We don't know if there's going to be corona inquest or maybe one more or two more corona or one time. The magistrate will do a verdict, and the fact is that once they do the verdict, then the corona will present any other people that is creditable, that if any other people that is a suspect, that we add them to the list. Why are you guys screaming over?
We're not screaming. What we are saying is, why didn't they just wait for the
Okay, well,
corona to
they are
finish
not
up, to
waiting.
sum up
They
everything,
are asking
and then
you.
they take every one of them at the same time? That's
Why,
what we want to know. Why the rush?
why did they have to wait for you people to do whatever? You tell me now. It doesn't make no sense now. Is that the reason why we're not suing them? And you want to go to the appeal? Okay, no problem. One thing I know is that once you sue that they lost this local case, does not mean that when they go to the court of appeal that they will not win. But when they go to the court of appeal, they have to come up with substantial facts and evidences. That make a lot of sense. Then we will not clap.
Okay.
But with one, I am only disappointed with some shallow-minded or whatever that you sue someone based on baseless facts. But maybe by the time
Why is it baseless? No, tell me why is it baseless?
It is baseless because
it's not baseless because the corona is not finished. Why will why will the
Can I
DPP take
just-
some people to court?
Please, can I have the opportunity to speak, please, if you don't mind? So, Bossman, thank you. So, Bossman, so first of all, you said something that actually caught my attention, or that caught my ears. That the nurse is being charged.
No, I said
Yes.
I meant the cross-examination.
Cross-examination, good, wonderful. So now, Spending gave the number and Bami called the nurse. So Bami is also part of the conspiracy. You know that, right?
I agree. No, all what you said, I agree with you.
Okay, hold
But
on, Mr. Bossman. Hold on, please.
Including
So
Wumi is also part
I
of it.
think that,
You know,
hold on.
Wumi is also part of it as well.
Okay, yes, definitely, of course.
Yeah.
So, and I think that charging Spending and the nurse is baseless. Sorry to say that, very baseless.
It is baseless.
Hold on,
Not
hold
for-
on.
Okay, go
Hold
ahead.
on. So I think that now let's veer a little bit to Shittu. Shittu has the right to take the DPP or the Attorney General or whoever to court. He has the right to do that. Okay? He has the right.
I am not saying that. I never disputed that he doesn't have the right.
Please, I'm sorry. I'm jogging, so I'm my voice is not balanced.
I am also on the street too. I'm also
he
talking
has the
too. I'm
right.
walking.
He has the right to his actions, okay? And nobody can question what Shittu did. We cannot question that. So now, this is where the problem comes in now. And this is why you see that the community at large, this is why you see a lot of screaming and a lot of backlash against the DPP or against the Attorney General himself. It's because this case is still ongoing. And I don't understand that he has the power to do such, right? He has the power. But in this very case that we are talking about, I think, will I say that his power should be a little bit limited? Yeah. Okay? All right? But, I believe that at the end of the day, I've said it now, and I'm repeating myself now, and I'm screaming loud, and I hope Mr. Aloba hears me right. He needs to sue the nurse and spend it right away. Right?
Exactly. Separately.
Hold on.
Separately.
Hold on. He needs to sue them right away. Take them to charge them to civil court.
Exactly.
Because if at the end of the day, what happened to Sam Larry and Naira Marley is going to happen in the case of the nurse and spending, and the case will be absolute, the judgment to be absolute. For that not to be absolute, he needs to do that now. That's a smart move. And that move will put a handcuff on the Lagos state themselves. He needs to do that right now. He needs to, because that's a smart move, and he needs to do that right now. Sue the nurse. Since the Attorney General already agreed that spending and the nurse will be charged, Mr. Aloba has the right to also sue both of them, not to the criminal court, but to the civil right now. And he needs to do that right now. With that, that will give them a big blow, and that will turn this case around. And he needs to do that. Thank you.
Adedoyin, I have a question. So if he sues them, what's the evidence is against them?
No. Suing. I agree with Adedoyin.
No, the evidence, no. It's not about, hold on. It's not about the evidence. Attorney General already said that we are talking, listen, when you are talking about law is smart. You have to be smart with what you do. Now, Attorney General said the nurse and the spending, they will be charged, right? He already put a mark on them as being charged. So Mr. Aloba can do that. And you ask for the evidence. Okay. Look, the evidence that the Attorney General is presenting, that he has presented to have labeled these people as guilty, not guilty yet, as being that they'll be prosecuted, Mr. Aloba needs to use that against him. Okay? They need to make a very smart move here. All right? Thank you.
Madam Adedoyin, I
Bossman,
100% agree with you.
can I say something?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I think I disagree with the last speaker a bit. I may be wrong, and I would love to be corrected if I am. Talking about suing the nurse and spending to a civil matter or a civil court, on what offense or charges do we think they can take those people to court? On what basis do you think we need to sue both of
On
them?
what offense is the Attorney General prosecuting them?
According to
No,
spending,
Arifa. And I know your name is Arifa.
according
What
to
offense?
spending, hold
Can you
on.
please tell me on what offense?
According to spending,
No. On what offense
I
are they
think
being
he
charged
said they
by the Attorney
charged them
General?
for.
That's why I just said that if they go
They
to court
charged
with
both of
two
them
people,
for.
you're just going
I
to throw
think
it out of the fence because there's no base on them. Nothing. There's nothing to hold them, to indict them. Giving somebody a phone number does not make you a criminal. And it didn't even call the person. What about the person who made the call? Why didn't they pick that person up?
So now, when you are charging when
When
you
we're
are
talking
suing
about,
the nurse,
if you're
right?
talking about the people
I mean,
who made
suing the
call,
nurse and spending,
I know
right?
that.
Suing the
You
nurse and
see,
spending. It's
sorry,
not
ma.
based on.
Sorry, ma.
It's not based on the fact that they
Nobody
killed.
is a criminal yet, until you.
So it's
Nobody
not a
is.
criminal case.
That is what I
None
just
of them
want
is a
to say.
criminal. Not
So
one of
it's
them
not.
is a criminal
That's what I want
yet.
to say.
They're not
These
criminals.
people,
That's
these
right.
people,
They only
Until they are
found
charged.
they only found them. They only found the criminating as in that is like a suspect. That you are a suspect doesn't mean that you're a criminal.
That's right.
All right. And the fact is that what Mami Adedoyin just said is I support that. When you sue the
Bossman,
Excuse me, I don't
Bossman.
support it
If
because
they are
this
suing,
is
if
a
they are
way
suing
for
nurse
them to
and
make the
spending,
original person who committed the crime to escape.
if they
let
are
them
suing nurse
concentrate.
and
Let them
spending,
concentrate on
what
the
do you
15
think they
people
need
in
to
the
do?
house.
What do you think they need to do about people like Wumi, Adura, Darusha, and Co?
Yeah, I know you're talking. Those are the exact
That
people
is why I said the 15 people in the house, my
I
brother.
don't think. I don't
15
think.
people in the house.
I don't think you guys really understand how this. How the law works. So now, why the nurse and the spending? Why I am making a suggestion that
You cannot sue spending. You can only sue the nurse.
the nurse.
Why do you
No,
want to sue the spender?
okay, hold on. Why I'm suggesting that the nurse and spending should be sued is just to put a cap on this case. It's a smart move. At the end of the day, you will be very surprised that spending and the nurse will get away with this. Ask my question.
Of course, I know that we get to
Of
go.
Hold on,
course,
please.
everybody
Hold on,
knows. I
hold
know
on.
that.
So he's spending. Hold on, please, because I just give me a second. He's spending and the nurse get away with this, and the judgment against them is absolute. There is nothing Mr. Aloba can do, and I'm telling you right now. Me anyway, nothing.
Okay, so when you know that, why are you saying he should sue
What?
them?
Excuse me, please. So now, what I'm saying is that if they sue the nurse, what the Attorney General said is that because the nurse was not licensed, blah 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 blah, AZZZ, Mr. Aloba can also charge the nurse for that and charge her for a lump sum of money. With that, that would turn this case around. Suing the nurse is not to sue the nurse because the nurse is a criminal, whatever. It's because, according to what we heard, they said the nurse injected nobody, isn't it? Okay, they sue her for that and take the case to court. With that, that will force the nurse to start speaking. Do you understand? With that alone, if Mr. Aloba, let's say for example, Mr. Aloba sued the nurse for 200 million naira, right? With that alone, do you know why the nurse is not speaking? It's because there is no tension on her. When you put the tension on the nurse, even if the nurse is being used, the nurse will withdraw. I don't know if you I don't know if I'm speaking to lawyers or whoever I'm speaking to, but if you put
Mrs.
if you
Adebayo,
hold on, give me a second. If you put some fire on the nurse by suing her a lump sum of money, even if the nurse wasn't the nurse, or even if the nurse wasn't there, if you put some smoke on her, that will make the nurse start speaking or withdraw from this case, or that will open her mouth up to speak. Do you know why this is? You know what this is so?
Are you a petitioner?
I don't want to tell you what I do. So
No, I want to know just a question. Are you a petitioner?
I don't want to say what I do. But I'm just telling you right now, that's the best thing. Why the nurse is so relaxed? Because the nurse is so relaxed, right? The
can I
nurse is
say
relaxed.
something now? Can I
So
say
to
something?
make the nurse start speaking, hold on, is to do something that will make her start speaking. And that
me-
hasn't happened yet. Even to
Let me say
spending,
this.
that hasn't happened yet.
Let me
Because
say
you're
this.
talking about conspiracy. If there's a conspiracy, why don't you unwind the conspiracy? Then you need to sue the nurse and put some smoke on spending, put some smoke on the nurse, and people will start talking.
There is no conspiracy in the charges against the nurse and spending.
Okay,
No,
all right.
there's no conspiracy. No. But what I am trying to say is this. I don't think there's any other smoke they want to put on the nurse than the one in him anyway.
How are you sure there was
In
actually
the
a nurse?
midst, I'm
Arifa?
coming now. I'm coming
No.
now.
What, Arifa? What makes you believe
Allow
that
me
there was
to
actually a
allow
nurse?
me to land. I'm coming now. In the midst of 15 people, as they've all claimed, why is it that they're charging only two? And even one has almost 80% of escaping the charges. Talking about spending, because he has never admit to any kind of crime. You understand? But what I am saying is the pressure on this nurse now, as things stands, based on being the one being charged on every other issue as of now. Maybe after the coroner inquest, the coroner may give the DPP another direction, names to add. You understand? But as things stands now, she's still the only one. And I believe her silencing should be an advice from a legal advisor, the legal team should have, or anything.
So,
You
Arifa,
understand?
so now let me ask you a question. Do you believe in your own, maybe, point that there was actually a nurse that came to inject Mobad?
You know what the law says? The law says, ẹni tó bá bá pa lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ló yá. And for her to confess to the fact that she came to the house, she met Mohbad alive, she injected the real Mohbad, and Mohbad reacted to the injection. So who am I to say the nurse? There was no
This
nurse.
is also going to be to save the nurse. If they sue the nurse, this will help the nurse, and this will also help the case. But
No, I don't think we
I'm
need to
gonna
deceive ourselves
okay,
at this
that's
particular
all right,
point
that's
in
all right,
time.
that's okay.
I don't think there's
I'm gonna
anything
come
that
back
can
again in some
help
months.
the nurse. You understand?
Okay.
I don't think there's any way to help the nurse now
So at
because
the
she
end
has
of the day,
already
if this case
confessed
goes,
to
hold
the
on,
crime. She
Okay,
has
so
confessed to
at
the
the end
crime.
of the day, if the nurse has,
I think she has already confessed to the crime. And at the end of the day, even if they sue her separately now, it's just a kind of double punishment to my own view. I don't think, I may be wrong anyway, but I don't think it's going to change anything. My own advice would have been, instead of suing or facing the DPP and all that, why can't they channel the energy to sue those in the house?
you even answer my question, yes. How did the nurse confess to the crime? Because you are just parabolating. How
No,
did the
she has
nurse?
already confessed. She has confessed to the crime, ma.
So she
At the
no.
coroner
Please be
inquest,
careful.
at the
No, be
coroner
careful the words
inquest,
you use. Did the
hold on,
nurse
ma.
tell you? Hold on, Arifa, please. Did the nurse tell you that she killed Mohbad? That she
No.
fired Mohbad?
You're not getting it.
No, no, no. I
When
don't.
I when
I'm
I said
asking.
she
No, you
confessed to
said.
the crime,
Excuse me, sir. You said that the nurse confessed to the crime. Am I right? Am
when
I?
I
Am,
said
am
she
I right?
confessed to the crime,
Uh
you
huh.
understand? What I
Okay.
am telling you is that either take it or leave it, she has already admit and agree that she injected the late Mohbad.
But
Now,
listen, according to what we heard from the
whether the
hold on,
injection is
according to the
what died
toxicology, no, no,
Mohbad,
no,
I'm
no, no.
coming, ma. Hold on, ma. Let's be civil a bit. Whether it is the injection that by the nurse and that by Mohbad, or there's another thing, she has already agrees to the fact that she injected the late
Arifa,
Mohbad.
Arifa, stop there. Hold on. Stop there. Hold on. Give me a second. The nurse admitted to injecting Mohbad. But do you remember what the nurse said? She said when she left Mohbad, Mohbad was alert. Alert. Do you know what it means to be alert? Mohbad was alert and oriented. Maybe times 2 or times 3 or times 1. We don't know. Okay? But Mohbad was alive and alert when she left Mohbad. But she said when she came back, Mohbad case took a different turn entirely. Are they looking at that? What happened between the time that the nurse left Mohbad and when she came back? What happened between
You're,
that?
you're not
Okay, hold
talking
on now.
about, you're
Oh no
not,
no no
you're
no!
not,
Listen, no, Are you also said something? You said that the nurse already confessed. That is an understatement. Take it back. The nurse did not confess to killing Mohbad. The
not,
nurse
get it
said,
right, ma.
hold on,
Get it
please.
right. I
The
never
nurse said,
said the nurse confessed to killing. No, no,
The
no,
nurse
no,
said,
no.
hold on, give me a second.
You don't put the word into my mouth, Mrs.
I'm not
Adigwe.
putting words.
What?
I'm
You
quoting
are.
you by your
You are.
words.
No, no,
I'm
no.
quoting
You're
you
not.
by your words.
Then you're not
Now,
quoting me
my
right.
question to you is this.
You're not
Hold on.
quoting
My
me
question
right.
to you
If
is
you're
this.
quoting me,
Arifa,
you're not quoting me
Arifa,
right, ma. Hold on, ma. Hold on, ma. I'm not going to agree to that. What I said was, she has confessed to the fact that she injected Mohbad. You
but she did not
understand?
confess to the
And
crime.
for her
The
to
nurse might have
confess
injected.
and agrees, for her to
Arifa,
admit that she injected Mohbad, you understand?
okay.
Now they
Okay,
are
so,
trying to put it to her that the
Arifa,
injection, it is the main cause of the death, even when the toxicology report doesn't claim
we
that.
haven't, okay, listen, okay, you listen now. You see, listen, everyone listen. You see where this is going to go wrong? The nurse injected Mohbad, but the toxicology came back inconclusive, right? Twice. So now, when they take the nurse to the criminal court, they will judge the nurse based on that. And the nurse will only serve a few years, maybe 1 or some months, and they will let her go. Maybe that's it. And I want you to write that down today and put my name on it. That is why you see that the toxicology and the autopsy came back as inconclusive. They will use that and take that to the criminal court. And the nurse will not, might only get like 1 year sentence, 2 year sentences, and that will be it. And I'm telling you right now,
Can I ask you
the
a question,
best
ma'am?
thing,
No,
hold
you
on,
know
give me a
what they're
second.
trying to do? They're trying
Give
to
me a
downplay
second.
the matter. So by not charging the right people, that's what they're trying to
Yeah,
do.
yeah, exactly. And for that not to happen, what Mr. Aloba needs to do is to take the nurse and charge her to the civil court. Goodness, do they have to? I
Yeah,
mean,
but even if you
this is
charge it,
simple.
even if Aloba charge the nurse,
Charge her
they
there,
still
okay?
they're still
Charge her,
gonna
hold
ask for
on.
evidence of killing your son.
It's not about her killing the son. We are not talking about you keep talking about killing. We are talking about her being a quack nurse. I think it's section 3 something. Hold on, of the Nigeria section. Oh, sorry, of the law section in Nigeria. Mr. Aloba needs to use that. I can't remember the code right now. They need to use that on her. Charge the nurse right away. Do not wait for this to go to the criminal court. Otherwise, the nurse will not face anything and it might be absolute. I'm gonna leave it like this. Thank you.
Can I put the
Oh,
question?
Mrs. Adedoyin, thank you so much. Okay, go ahead, Arifa. Go ahead.
All right. Before she go, I just want to know. She said something concerning the report, the autopsy, the toxicology, and whatsoever that came out twice and read the same results. Are you trying to say both report was compromised, or we should believe that those reports were absolutely right and correct?
They're not, even ask the question to yourself. Do you think this is correct? We all know what is happening. They're trying to play games here. So,
I want her to let her give an answer, please.
Arifa, she just answered you, so I don't need to answer you. She just answered. That's it. So why do you need an answer from when she just answered you?
I put the question.
No.
I think
She already
I have
answered you.
reason.
That's it.
I have reason for asking the question.
She already
understand?
answered your question, and that's it.
Because I believe they did these things because they want what's it called? There should be clarification and all that. Because the first one reads inconclusive, which we believe the nurse can easily ride on. You understand? The second one reads the same, which is an independent autopsy. And now, with those things, each and everyone can escape this case. If there is no any other substantial evidence, each and everyone will escape this case, including the primary, the secondary suspect, or anybody, because they will keep saying, what is the cause of the death? You understand? So that is why I am trying to say, instead of focusing on the DPP, why not the people in the house?
Wow. Well done, Arifa. That was a good
everybody
one.
have been screaming to say people.
Okay, Daddy Lloyd,
but they're not
please
doing
go
nothing
ahead.
about them.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I've been listening to you guys since, and my own line of thought here is that, followed by the DPP, what DPP follow, and they make it clear. They said due to
Sorry,
police.
Daddy Lloyd, please 1 second, please. What we're doing, I want you to understand the rule of the game tonight. It's just basically common sense on J4M. Don't attack anybody personality. No swearing. We just want to give a submission and just have a heart-to-heart talk peacefully. All right, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I've been with you since. That's why I say my own line of thought is different. I've listened to Bossman's and Onobiok Daddy when they started these conversations like that. And from my own point of view, the DPP make it clear and say they follow investigation of police. If I may be wrong, I want you to prove me if I'm wrong. And if I will say the investigation the DPP follow is the police investigation with the nurse and spending while they were in police custody, not the investigation from the coroner inquest. I think I'm right, or if I'm wrong, because the police arrested the nurse and the nurse wrote some statements with the spending also, and I think that's what they charged to court, not the evidence at the coroner. You should not mix it up, and that's exactly what is happening right now.
100%, you are right. Go ahead.
They were charging the two of them based on the what's it called, the write-up they give to police while they were arrested. So that is why they neglected those people inside the house. That's one thing about the DPP, and that's what they were trying to claim. And based on what Ms. Adedoyin just said right now, I go contrary to that also, because I think in this case, they were looking for escape route. If Baba lawyer sued the nurse, I think they will raise the case on that, and they will be proving that. And they were looking for the people outside the house to be charged, to be sued, and they want to leave those people inside the house. And that's my own point of view about the whole matter that I've seen so far. So that's just my own submission. I will still be listening to that. Thank you.
That's a very good one, that line. I think you
But
made a very
I have something to say. The
okay.
police, they
Go
didn't
ahead.
do no investigation, because if you go listen back to what they said then when they did their preliminary report, they said according to narration. They didn't say according to our investigation. Go listen to it. They said according to narratives. That is what they heard from those people in the house. They didn't do their own investigation. Police have not done no investigation about this case. So, if the DPP is working with what the police have narrated to them, then they're doing that. Baba had the justification to sue them. That means it's right suing them, because I don't even know they did it because of what they did that with the police, because police didn't say they did any investigation. They said according to the narratives. You go listen to it, go listen to what they said then. So that means they're not doing nothing. They have to wait for the corona to finish before they start suing anybody or taking anybody to court or saying they discharge some people. They need to pack all of them together. Everybody goes to wait, they finish, and then they go to court.
But Imolaji, for him, in all of this, why are the people at home? Why are they overlooking them?
Because
Because
they don't
at
want to
the end
do
of
them. They don't want them to
because
come down.
the way the whole thing is going is they don't want anybody to talk to the side of those who are at home, because probably that is where the main evidence is,
Yes,
and
they're trying to downplay it so that
they want the whole world
the main
to
criminal can
overlook.
escape.
Exactly, they want you to focus on the outside, while the main people who are inside are the real culprits. So now, according to what Mr. Adedoyin said, which I pick a lot of senses from that, if they patch this thing, patch, and push, and they get to the higher court, at the end of the day, they may put 1+1 and put 1+1, and they will just tell you that the nurse is not guilty. When the nurse left, Mohbad is still breathing, blah, 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 this one, that one, this one, that one, that one.
Exactly.
And that will be all.
Yeah, we need
Can
And
I
people
say
to
that will
have
be
something? Can I
all.
say something, my
we need
brother?
people
Go
Can I
to
say
ahead,
have
something,
go
more
ahead,
please?
ground
bossman.
now.
I want to
Go
say
ahead,
Yes,
something.
bossman.
please squash.
Just give me a little
Go
bit of
ahead,
time.
bossman.
Okay. Number one, it is not a record science that the DPP or the Attorney General, they are playing games. Okay. If the way they are going, and if the way they are going, they are planning something. I always say something about if you want to beat them, you have to be one step ahead of them. That is my own take. Now, if we are not one step, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can
we
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you loud and clear.
Okay.
Loud and clear. Loud and
So
clear.
if you want to beat them to their game, I understand that the DPP, it is understood that the Lagos State Police did not conduct an investigation. I can say it anywhere, and I've been saying it, that they've not conducted any investigation. But the fact is this, that the son lost the preliminary at the lower level court does not mean that that's going to be the end of the case. What is getting me really irritated was that the argument that he went there to give to them was not strong enough for me. So it makes it look like some I don't want to use any derogatory words, but that they lost. Anybody can lose a case at the lower case. That doesn't mean that when you get to the trial, you will not charge them. So the son has a whole lot of work to do. You need to go and strengthen his argument, basis, and his facts. Because if we do not win on the appeal, if that son does not win on this appeal, to forget to just forget to he has lost his rank. You should just know that. Because due to the fact that why would you even sue them when you do not come with you do not come with facts and clear evidence of arguments. All right. But I will have said that you should have concentrated more on the 15 people in the house than going for arguing over Samilari and the other people, or the people that they freed. And you know that these people are not just free. They only free them does not mean that they have discharged accused. Okay, and that doesn't mean that when the trial starts today, if they need Samilari as of today, if they start criminal court today and Samilari is needed, they will go and call him. He must present himself. But what they are saying now, the DPP is saying now, is that why are you concerned about the freeing of all these people? There is no traces that is labeling them to or connecting them to the fire of Mobat. And if you are concerned about why I am freeing these people, you have to come and present me an evidence to show that whatever we are doing is wrong. But they were not able to present any evidence. So by the time if Shittu now goes to the trial, go to the appeal, maybe we'll not come with better argumentable, proper, agreeable evidence that you can use to substantiate his points, to place and to beat these people hands down, because and that's just the way it is. So it's not a big deal. Even if you lose at the appeal, he can decide to go and straighten himself again and go to the court of to the Supreme. He can charge them in the Supreme. It's possible, but it's just that even if I thought he was going to lose in the appeal court, he has to give a big fight than the one that he just did now. Because based on me myself, I cannot go to court and sue the almighty Attorney General on his line of duty. I have to come with something that was going to be that will even sweep him off the speed. He'll be sweating. We will know that I actually argue with him. You will feel it. But this one is just a landslide. It is no fact, no basis. And that is what made it to look so irritating and disgusting. But
I won't like you using that word that is baseless. It's not baseless, because police, if what that the Lloyd just said now is true, that they're working as regard to what the police said, police did not do no investigation, and they stated that they didn't do no investigation.
Okay,
According to narratives. So that means there was no, hold on, that means there was no investigation. So why would the DPP now say you want to work with that, suing people because of what police said?
No, what the DPP and the Attorney General is saying is that based on, according to them, they believe that they have, based on whatever investigation or charade that they did, they are holding on to the charade that they did. Our own responsibility is that we know that the police have not done the right job. We have the power, and we have the right to go and consult or hire a private investigator to and look for what we are looking for, that we are trying to argue about. Something incriminating that we can use to shame the Attorney General, to let them to know that you people are doing Ojoro. But based on facts, based on essay, there's no incriminating facts or factor that we can use to argue. And that is what the DPP is talking about. And it's saying that these people that we have released, though, before we can make us to be, if you want us to lock them out, to put them back in place, you have to look for evidence to back up that these people have hand in the pie of Mobat. All right? Have pie in the back of Mobat. If you're arguing, hold on. If you're arguing that, why the rush? I understand. Why didn't you wait for the coroner inquest to finish? I understand. And at the same time, instead of we suing them, spending money to sue them, I would just say that we should have concentrated put our energy on getting the people in the house. Than spending money to go and be suing the DPP and Attorney General. To me, it is baseless to me. Except we have any substantial argument, evidence to prove it, to put them into the place that you guys have messed up. But we don't have the facts. Look at how the DPP displaced us now. Does it make any sense? It does not make no sense. I would have preferred that they go for, if they ask me, I would have said that we should have put more concentration on the people in the house. rather than crying foul on Samilari
Okay,
and the
so
others.
no. Okay, no. You see, I'm going to come back again. I think, sorry, just done. So I think that what we are trying to do, it seems that we are trying to cut Sam Larry a slack, and we also want to cut Naira Marley a slack. But at the end of the day, I will not be surprised, and I'm going to say this: I will not be surprised that Sam Larry might be involved in this. I will not be allegedly. Let me put that. I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised. And that's the truth. I will not be surprised, allegedly. You know, another thing I want to say is that Mr. Aloba can sue the nurse.
You don't
And
have to
this,
put allegedly. I agree with you that you might
no,
have, but you
hold on.
have to be able to
But
prove it.
hold on, Mr. Bossman. Hold on, please. Hold on for a second. Mr. Aloba needs to sue the nurse. He needs to do that ASAP. And I'm saying it now. He needs to do that as soon as he can. He needs to do that as soon as possible and as soon as he can. He needs to do that. Because at the end of the day, because you just said something, you said we cannot predict we cannot really predict what the Attorney General or what the court is going to do in regards to this. We've already seen. We know their pattern. Okay? We know their pattern. We know what they've done in the past. We've seen what they did in the past or what they've done in the we see it. We know it. By not boarding Mohbad's house when he died. By not doing proper forensic. They have compromised. And I will not be surprised when they take spending and the nurse to court, they will still compromise. They will still compromise. And they already know where this case is going. They want to kill this case. And the best thing for Mr. Aloba's son to do, or lawyer, whoever is representing it, they need to be smarter than them. They need to, since the Attorney General said, well, we are suing, I'm going to be prosecuting the nurse and spending for maybe, negligence. Mr. Aloba needs to sue her for damages. Take her to court. Come on now. Take that girl to court. Both her and spending. Take them to court.
That is why I said.
No, listen, please, Mr. Bossman. They need to do that ASAP because at the end of the day, this case against spending, why the nurse is not talking, let me tell you why. And I want to tell you why she's not talking. She's not talking because they've already assured her that don't worry, you are not going to jail. And that's the truth. Just take the fault. You will be okay. This is the truth.
But man,
And hopefully, I really want to attend. You know what? Hopefully, I pray if the next corona opens, I really want to attend the next corona. I pray. So I really want to be there.
You said she's not talking, but she came to the inquest and she narrated all her story.
Listen, Mr. Arifa,
Huh?
I'm talking now, please, sir. Maybe when I finish, you can maybe make your own submission. Please,
No,
with due
not
respect,
submission.
sir.
I'm only asking questions.
The nurse is not talking. She's not. That is not the way to talk. You think that, Arifa, if somebody comes to you now, let's say, for example, you are being charged for murder, are you going to be quiet? Arifa, you know you did not do something. We are talking about... Arifa, hold on, sir. We are talking about a high-profile case. And somebody accused you, put your name right there on the internet. And you will be quiet, Arifa?
What I am saying is that...
No, I'm asking you a question. You haven't answered my question yet. Will you be quiet about it?
As a party to the matter, you can be advised to be silent. Because
You can be advised to be silent. Okay, so since they are advising her to be silent,
as a party to the matter, and I don't even think she's silent.
I understand you are a lawyer. Mr. Lawyer Arifa, I understand you're a lawyer. You know so much about this case.
But,
and
Madam Adedoyin, do you agree that what Arifa said? Do you know that the nurse has the right to be quiet, to be silent? Do you know she has the right to be quiet?
Yes, she has the right to be silent. Okay, but I want to tell you now, right? That's the best thing Mr. Aloba can do for now. Because at the end of the day, why charge spending? Arifa, I hope you are listening to me, sir, right? Why charge spending and charge the nurse? What about DJ Bami? Who called the nurse? DJ Bami called the nurse. Why is he
Where
free?
I am having issue. That is
That
why I
is the
said,
argument. That is
instead
why
of
that is the
Baba
argument that the
channeling the
DJ.
energy to DPP, why not put that energy on these people you mentioned their name? The likes of DJ Bami and everybody in the house should be charged for negligence, only negligence. It is enough. Instead
Yes.
of charging the DPP, suing the DPP, sue all these people for negligence. It is enough.
But I think I understand the route that the son is going. I think I do. What the son wants is that you cannot release Sam Larry and Naira Marley without this case be concluded by the coroner.
Corona.
And I think that is fair, right, Arifa? That's fair.
Yes, fair
Am I
enough.
right? Is that fair? That's fair. You can't just
I
let
am
them
not
go.
supporting that also because I am at the inquest when all the lawyers are arguing the same matter with the magistrate. That it is not right for the DPP to give an advice while the case is still ongoing. And the magistrate said, whatever advice the DPP gave has nothing to do with what is going on in our own courts. She said they can give advice, it is withdrawable.
Arifa, is that what the magistrate said?
So, but
That's
where
what
is
she
the
said.
where
Okay,
is
that's good. That's good of her. Good. Continue.
That has nothing to do with what is going on in our court. The advice they give can be adjustable, reversible or whatsoever. It doesn't stop them from doing whatever they are doing at the inquest. And at the end of the day, she's going to submit her own report as well.
Exactly. Now, thank you.
And
Thank you
at
for
the
what you
end of
just
the
said,
day,
Arifa. Hold on.
I'm coming,
Arifa.
sir. At the end of the day, what they said was, as your lordship pleases. And there it ends. And the court
Oh,
proceeding continues.
all right. Arifa, thank you for what you just said. What you just said is what the DPP, and what I just read, the DPP and Attorney General said, whatever as at today, they've not have any incriminating evidence against that evidence that connected Samilari and all those other people to the pie of Mobile. That if in the future the inquest now brought out Samilari as that is mainly that they are incriminated, they will now add them along to the loss and spending. While whoever the corona push forward, that they will add them to the list.
Arifa,
That's
when
what
is
they
the
said.
next inquest?
Please,
Arifa,
let me just respond.
Arifa, when is the next
That is
inquest?
what they said.
Mr. Arifa,
Let
The
them
the
bring
next
evidence from a
the
whatever, they
next
will add them to the
inquest
list.
Mr.
the next
Arifa, when is
inquest date is yet to be fixed.
okay,
okay?
all right.
The date is still yet to be fixed.
Please let me just
Thank you.
come in on that. Bossman, for the what you read pertaining to the FISUL on DPP, I think the first line itemized what the sound really meant or what the sound really sued DPP for. The first one, when you read it again, you see the first one, they said fair hearing. And the second one, he said, it's like DPP looked down on Corona inquest. Why the third one is on Naira Marley and Sam Larry? And for all what the narrative of the DPP, they left the two key factors. They were talking about the third one. If you can read it again, you see that the sounds made mention of fair hearing, which is what is happening in that court. What DPP and Attorney General of the state did is what we call constitutional right of the DPP of the what's it called, Attorney General of the state. He has the right constitutionally to sue anybody to court. But same thing, it has part B, which means if you are doing that, you have to make it what? You have to make it constitutional fair hearing. That people should come to the court and listen to what you are taking to the court. And that is exactly what the Shittu is charging the DPP for. You are charging the nose and spending to court on what basis? You said negligence. How did you arrive at your negligence? Do you get my point? But they didn't talk about the two. The fair hearing about the constitutional right of what's it called, and general of the state, and two, looking down on coroner inquiry that you set in to finding of what killed this Mohbad. Now he made mention of the third one, that this DPP free Sam Larry and Naira Marley. We checked that in that day. What they were hammering on is only on Sam Larry and Naira Marley. And that is why the judge on that court followed the constitutional right of the Attorney General of the state to dismiss the case. But it doesn't mean if they go to appeal, they are not coming back to explain what I'm trying to tell you just now. So that is exactly what the lawyer was trying to say. That's what we call constitutional fair hearing. You have to bring it to the court, to the public, and they will come and you read it to their ear. That I'm charging this person so on this evidence, on this. Then the public will hear it before you proceed.
Daddy Lloyd.
No,
So that is
Lloyd,
exactly what we are trying to
what
say.
Sanshito was trying
Daddy
to
Lloyd.
do. You know, he said he want to bring back everybody who has come before, like the wife, the people in the house. He want to bring all of them back to the court, to the coroner inquest, so that they can come to speak again. So that's what he meant by the fair hearing. That's why they give everybody a chance to speak. Everybody involved in the case a chance to speak.
No, Imole, no.
He wants to bring everybody back. He said
Why?
it. That
You wanted to bring everything. So why haven't he brought all these people back
Not so.
all this while? Number one.
I'm coming, bossman. You see, talking about bringing people back to the inquest, not once, not twice, not 3 times at the coroner inquest, that many lawyers, most especially the entertainment lawyer, I guess, will try to raise objection of bringing people. Prime Boy's lawyer did the same when he said he want to re-invite the wife of the deceased. The magistrate said no. How many years are we going to spend on this case? These people have been here, and he said he wasn't here then. Yeah, you can follow the procedure, then you get everything. But when you want to re-invite, invite those that has direct connectivity to the case, not people from distance. The wife has come, so person has come, and there is some other objective of re-inviting some people. I think there was a lawyer, there was a major reason why the magistrate later agrees to re-inviting the wife of Mohbad. You understand? And
on Prime Boy matter.
And when the lady came to court, she was unable to even testify to anything. That was when they gave an verdict that it should be postponed to further notice. So when the coroner inquest resumed, nobody's talking about re-inviting her again. Do you understand?
Exactly.
The inquest should have picked from where it stops. But it wasn't the fault of the magistrate. She would not be the one to say,
that is the reason why we got. That is the reason why we hired the son. All this while the son has been there for 1 year, 1 year and 3 months.
He has not been there for 1 year. He just started. Everything
no. That is a lie.
No,
he has not been there. He's just there for. He's not doing anything.
That is a big lie. That's a big lie.
He's not doing anything since. He was just there.
This thing would have been.
Yeah, but bossman, they are still investigating. You know, a criminal case can take up to 5-6 years. Well, why the rush?
It's not a matter of rush. I don't think it's rush. You see, what I understand so far is that Mohbad case is very, very sensitive, that even all the people that has power to handle the case are trying to run away from it. I don't know why yet. I don't know. I've been asking myself all this question. I don't know. I think there was a publication sometimes ago when Barrister Odumosun is still at work, saying the private investigators they are trying to reach out to, they are all rejecting the case of Mohbad. You understand? So I don't know why it is like that anyway, but
Arifa.
But what makes you believe that?
Hello, Adedon, please. Let me Are they doing? Arifa,
It
please
was
let me
a
say this thing.
publication.
Arifa,
So it's not something
Arifa.
discussed behind closed door. It is publicized and everybody
That is,
sees that.
Arifa. If that is what Odumosun claimed, which I was aware of that, right? Now, when they hired the son, they hired the son basically for Corona inquest. They hired the son to come and handle the criminal case. The moment when they hired the son was the one taking charge of the criminal matters. It has nothing to do with Odumosu. Get that fact right, and every one of
No,
you.
no,
Hold on, hold
I
on,
don't
hold on,
agree
let
to
me,
Of
let,
that
let,
course,
hold
I'm
on,
because
hold on,
even
aware.
hold on, hold
Muiwa
on,
said
hold on,
it.
hold on. Let
Of
me
course, I'm
finish. Let me
aware.
finish. Let me
I'm
finish.
aware of that. I'm
Hold on.
aware of
Let me
that.
finish. Let me finish.
Bossman, I'm aware of that.
Hold on, sir. Because I don't know he's arguing. Just let me finish my thoughts on this part because people need to understand this. Okay, I don't say things I don't know. Number one, when they hired Shittu was hired basically to come and contest with his position as a son due to Falano's wife that was there. Okay, as a criminal lawyer, Paul man used your experience and expertise to show and bring all the people and then like Corona inquest. And at the moment when Shittu took up the case, Shittu was in charge of the criminal matters. Odumosu was handling the civil case. Civil matters, in fact, maybe the DNA, blah, blah, blah. But the criminal, whatever in court, as in immediately they hired Shittu in March last 2024. It was in charge of the thing. Àwọn ọmọ Òdùmọ̀ṣù kan tẹ̀lé ọkàn bá ṣàǹsàn gbé ìwé lọ sí Corona ni ṣàn ló ń sọ̀rọ̀. And now what I'm trying to say in essence is that if Òdùmọ̀ṣù claim pé òun lọ òun fẹ́ get PI, òun ò rí PI get. When the son came there as a son, did he also try to get PI? If you are
I
saying
don't,
Odumosu was lying,
I don't
can you
believe
sign not to say
I don't
that
believe
what?
it.
What
I
is it
don't
that is not
believe it
belief?
because when I was there on Latis platform when Mr. Muiwa came and was saying that when they said that Odumosu must go initially, not this one that he left. The first time they said he must go, they asked him that let Odumosu let whatever, and he said what he said was, because I remember I was on that show then. He said Odumosu sorry, that Sanshitu will be there just to sit down so that they know we have a son.
To argue that,
No,
of
he didn't say
course,
argue. I
to
was there.
argue. No, no,
No,
no, no,
he
no,
didn't
no, no.
say that. I was
Meanwhile,
there on
does
the
not
show.
know how to
Hold up,
talk. Let
hold
me
up,
tell you
hold up.
something.
I was there on the
Arifa,
show. He
I
said
want to keep.
he's
I want you
putting
to
him
talk on
there
this
to
matter.
just be there so that they will know we
You
have a
see,
son. But the
Imole,
case is still with
Imole,
Odumosu. I remember
Imole,
that day because I was
Imole,
there.
no.
I was not like, why would they
That
take a
is
son
not.
to be like a
That is
figurehead
not. That is
when
not how it works.
that's what he said. I remember what he said.
What
I
what
remember
they
what he
are
said.
trying, what they did was they split the work.
That's
That
what they said. That's what he told us he's gonna do.
should handle
But
the
on that day,
criminal
I remember.
parts
Wait
and
now. Wait
Don't even
now.
forget about me.
coming.
Meanwhile, he's not
Wait.
intelligent.
He said that
Meanwhile,
I'm
before.
coming.
Meanwhile, he's
He
not that
said that
intelligent.
initially that they're gonna
Forget about
separate the
me.
job. That they're
Forget
gonna
about me.
hold on
Tell
now. Hold up.
tell
Hold up.
Sam
Let
to
me
come
tell
and
you
say
what
what I
I
just said
heard.
is a lie.
Let me tell you what I heard now. He
I
said
heard what
that
you
day, even initially when they brought that man
what you
in,
just heard, and I said that
wait,
that is not
let me tell
true.
you what I heard. What I heard him say. Because it was the power of attorney, like I understand. And he said that they brought him in so that because the other party have a son, so that they will know we have a son too, that is just sitting there so that they know they have a son. He's not doing anything. The only time he started working is now, after they let him go. After they let Eniyan Shoro, what's his name? The
Oluwa,
lawyer,
o.
Eniyan Shoro.
Oluwa. O. You see,
After
Now,
they
can you
let
how do
see?
you,
Can you
how
Eniyan
do
see the
you,
narrative
Shoro,
of
Bossman,
this
yeah,
thing?
that's his name. After
please
they
hold
let
on.
Odumosu go, that's when he started
Bossman, please
working.
hold on.
Like I understand.
Imole,
Because
Oluwa.
the power of
Imole,
attorney said it. He said that
Imole,
they brought him in because they just
how
want
do you
them to know we
how
have
do
a
you
son.
think, how do you think it is possible for you to pay a sum of 9 to 10 million naira for somebody to just go to the inquest,
But
sit down and work?
be say down. That is the fact they
No,
are giving
Because
them
that's
and
what he
it's
said.
not
So
giving it.
what?
understand.
That's what he said. That's what he said
I am telling you
that
that
day
I'm
because
putting a
I was
Even
disclaimer
there
on
come
that.
out,
and I heard
they
it.
can't even come out to say that. What
Let
Mr.
him come
Muiwa
and
was
say it.
explaining
Let
that
me
day
come
was,
and say it.
he said,
Let him come and say
he
it.
said, Sam Shittu is taking over the criminal aspect, which means
No,
it is
wait. I'm not talking about the
basically
time they brought in him. I'm talking about
on.
the first time when we say we want
Hold
him
on,
to go. When they
hold
brought in
on.
him, then yes, he says so.
This
But
is
on this day,
it
on
is
Platin's platform,
basically on the criminal aspect facing the coroner inquest and all that, and we are all coming against that. So it was basically hired for coroner inquest alone.
that's what he said.
And
That's what Muiwa said
so
initially.
and
But on
and
that
that
day,
is
I
the
remember I
way
was on that platform. They were
that
accusing
is the
him that,
way
but you
it
told
is,
us
and it's
that
still
when, wait now, that you told us that when Sanshitu comes in, he's going to take over the case and this person will be in charge of the other case, in charge of the civil case because he already started it. Now, why now you are telling us that is just because you want them to know that we have a son? He's not doing anything then. He said it on that platform that day that they brought him in because the other people have a son and he wonder.
let
I
me
don't know
now
if
tell you
anybody
let me
here
now tell you
heard
let
it
me now
then,
tell you that is
but
a
that's
lie.
what he said.
Stan has
Let me
been the
tell you
one
that is
talking since the day they
let me tell you
hired
that
him.
is a lie. Do you
He
know
has
why
been
I
the
want
one
to tell you
talking.
that? This is how I will tell you it is a lie. I always been at the inquest, you understand. There is no day since the resumption of Sanshitu in this case, there is no day that any other lawyer have spoken on behalf of Babaloba except Sanshitu. You understand? It's an SAN. The honor is always there. The respect is always there. No matter how many cases should be heard in a court, if an SAN has a matter, he will be the first person to call upon.
That's what we thought. But Muiwa, the
So,
power of
That's the
at the
thing,
end
attorney
of
though.
said it.
We
That's
are
what he
telling
said.
you right now that we are trying to set the record straight to you that what you do with the notion that you have is
Why do you want me to believe you both? Because I know you guys
okay.
lie
Go and do your
anyways. You
go
you
on your
you
okay.
you've lied severally now. So why do you want me to take what you are saying? I'm gonna take
Yeah,
what
because
Muiwa said. I'm gonna go with what Muiwa said because
okay.
it was
So
the
you're
power of
free
attorney at
to,
that time.
then you don't have to
you're free
lie
to. We are
over
only
what
trying to, we are only trying to be civil with
you
each
that
other,
you are
just for us to
arguing. You don't have
understand.
no
Hello,
basis. You're
hello,
saying
hello,
somebody
hello.
lied.
Hold
What
on,
you are
guys.
talking
So that,
about?
oh, guys,
Saying
we
let me
somebody
just
is lying is
agree.
so rude, and you are saying that you want to civil.
Boss
Imagine that, but you
man,
run
boss
away.
man, you are a man. Boss
Then you
man,
be
you are a
telling us
man.
that someone
Hold
they lie.
on,
What the heck is wrong with you?
hold on, boss man, you are a man.
Meanwhile, I came
Hold
to
let
come
me
and
on,
give you
come
fabu,
let me just come
boss
in.
man, boss
Bye.
man, hold
saying
on.
that this is the case.
Yeah,
When
Daddy
man
Lloyd,
said,
Let
hold
me
on,
say,
1 second,
that
1 second.
is
Boss
that is the
man,
way
that's
she can
okay.
present her words. So, boss
Boss
man, you
man,
don't need
that
to
is
get angry
okay.
over that.
Boss man,
Let's
why are you
please,
just
saying
please.
that
move on.
somebody
You don't
lie
need to
and all
get
stuff
angry
like
with
that?
that.
Boss
What is
man,
wrong with
calm
you?
down. Boss man, calm
That
down,
is the way she
please,
can
please.
present the word, boss man. Just
Everybody,
try and
please, please,
understand
please,
that.
please. Everybody, please.
Just try and
We have
understand
an
that.
agreement. This is a new way. This is a new dimension. It's called common sense. We have an agreement that there is not going to be any rancor. We are not going to, say any derogatory words to one another. Nobody. We just wanted to have a heart-to-heart chat and talk on J4N. Let's make sense together. Let's reason together. Let's have common sense. Common sense is not common sometimes. So we don't need all these things. Please, let's tone it down. Let's say whatever we can say with facts and do
Host,
the things.
host.
Yeah.
Based at the day that they hired Sanshitu, Odumoso has not stood up, but Shitu has been the one standing up. So what does that make? Let me come and say it. He can be
Let me,
boozing all of you on Olorebi. He should come and say it on another bigger other platform now. He can
boss
only
man,
say
let
that
me
to some
just come
people.
in on that one.
All
Let,
right.
Okay, go, Daddy
boss
Lloyd,
man, calm
go.
down.
Daddy Lloyd, go.
Let me say one or two things on that. In a court case, Arife, you used to go to court, can hire more than five lawyer. It depends on how rich you are. When you have a case, just only one case, you can have as many as possible lawyer. But do you know the first one you gave the power of everything to is going to be the one that will lead everything?
I agree with you, my
When
brother.
they
No. I
hire,
agree. What you
Thank
just
you.
when
said,
they
Lloyd,
Thank you.
I agree with
you
you,
know, come
Lloyd.
on, let me make
No,
my
no, we're not
submission. Let me
talking
make my
about.
submission.
We're not talking. Okay, finish.
Boss man, let him finish. Please, let him finish.
Let me
Let's talk
just say
one
what
after
I
the
know
other.
about what you are saying right now. Is Odumosu that's handling that case from the onset? Now they now hire and Shittu. Odumosu has, based on what Mr. Muyiwa said, Odumosu has not handed over everything to Shittu, but they hired Shittu to work hand in hand with Odumosu, which they were doing that at the court of law. That is why it confused most people. They think it has taken over everything. Let me now put it in common sense based on the topic tonight. Why is it that Shittu was now requesting a total file from Odumosu January this year, when they said they now send Odumosu away from the case? Odumosu is the one signing by what's it called, Mr. Muyiwa for the case. They are now assigned Shittu to join. So now a team. It's now a team. So now it's still Odumosu at the point that is the one handling the file. He can reason along with his colleague based on the law terms, like the lawyer terms. They will reason and they will come out their result because it's a team. So that's why I said, if you want to say to me, if I want to say anything to that Shittu right now, Shittu start to work this January this year, because right now everything is the thing. So, and the same Mr. Muyiwa did not deny that fact, because what the woman was saying is true. I was on that platform. He said Shittu is just there for figurehead, but it's Odumosu that is doing everything, and doing the DNA, what's it called, toxicology, and everything.
That was
He said it by his mouth.
the cases, because I remember he said
And
it.
it's the power of Anthony. He's the one paying
Yes.
them. It's not me and you. He's the one paying them. So he's saying what he's doing. So let us just believe Mr. Muyiwa just like that. So let us come up on this matter. Let us just believe him.
Daddy Lloyd, you see, I now understand what you're trying to say. You get it? When it comes to issue like this, as an SAN, you cannot be under any lawyer, even when Odumosu has been the one handling the case from the beginning.
So, Arifai, now you are a lawyer to know all of this. Somebody is telling you the right thing. You are saying you cannot be under any lawyer. It's not under him, but it's not the one handling the case. It has been lawyer Odumosu's cause.
Please don't interject.
And right now, it's just started working.
Imole for him. Let him just.
Why
make
this
his
lady?
submission. Please
Why
don't
this lady
interject.
interjecting unrudely like this?
I did not interject you, boss man. I did not interject you. I was
Interjecting
just
someone. I am
trying to
from here.
correct
Let
it.
him talk. Don't interject him.
What I am saying is,
I don't know why you are pinned.
take it or leave it. Take it or leave it.
I am trying to correct a barbarian that doesn't know how to talk a civil talk. When somebody is talking, don't interject.
I don't know why you're not civil.
Please,
Boss
You
man,
are the one
please
that
let's
is
be
not
civil.
civil here. Be
Please,
civil,
everybody.
and you will get the equal respect.
Everybody,
And the
please
lawyer
let's
that
be civil.
has been here, and the lawyer has been
Boss
here. Why are
man,
you the one sitting like a barbarian?
boss man, please let's be civil,
the thing
please.
is,
Let's be civil, please.
you see, this issue, when the SAN comes into a court, I don't want to know whatsoever it is. His case has to be called first. These are honor. These are respect they have for SAN. And no SAN will come to join your legal team and be under a tent of anybody. No. He will be the one to lead the team. These are the privilege they have. And since Shittu take over the case, he has been the one leading this race. The only difference there is this. He only handle the coroner inquest sitting, only the argument at the inquest, cross-examine at the inquest. This is the only thing Mr. Muyiwa is trying to explain. Maybe he's not using the right word anyway. That Shittu is not being the one doing the DNA, the toxicology, the everything. He might not be the one doing it. You understand? He may not be the one doing it, and he's not the one doing it as at then. So now when they are requesting for the file, what they are requesting is the likes of the DNA files, the what's it called, the toxicology and every other aspect that the man is handling. But when it comes to the coroner inquest, he has been the one handling it since the day he joins the issue. You understand now, Daddy Lloyd? That is what we are explaining. You get it? That is what we are
Arifa,
explaining.
thank you for what you explained. Let me now tell you, every work has an hierarchy. When Shittu came in, Odumosu know the hierarchy of Shittu is an SAM. Do you understand? But he's the
Yes.
one that went to collect the work. You understand? He's the one they signed initially. When he now saw his son, he has to give respect to his son, because the judge that is sitting and is seeing his son, he need to give respect to the son. So it's between Odumosu and Shittu based on the lawyer's terms. You understand me? But it doesn't stop the fact that it's Odumosu that collected the case. It's still with Odumosu. Odumosu will not, because of his son, and I say, yeah, and I give you the key, and I give you the file, be doing it. Who's going to pay Odumosu? Who's going to pay Odumosu again? Nobody. But in as much Shittu is in the court, Odumosu has to respect the hierarchy. It's just like I'm a master's holder, and I saw a professor, and I want to defend in front of professor. I have to give it to my professor to defend me. Do you get the point? I have to give my fight to my professor to defend me. If I now won the case, it's going to be mine. Do you get the point? That's exactly what is happening in that court of law.
Exactly.
And
Thank you.
there's no lawyer, there's no ordinary lawyer that will see a son as a colleague and will be talking. It's a disrespectful to the law terms that you saw your higher senior. You want to say you know more than the higher senior? No. See what is happening between them. We should leave it. That's the law hierarchy. We should leave it. That's why I said the person paying them have come out and explained that the Shittu is just a bench warming. He's the one that says so. And people shall say, why will you
Yes,
leave a
because on that
case
day I was shocked to like what?
very easier and say a son should go and be sitting down? It's very
And I'm still telling you,
people are being
and I'm still telling you
so let us
that
leave it like that.
and I'm still telling you that that is a lie. If at all he says that,
How will you say it's a lie? You the
because
one paying him.
there is nowhere
The power of
at the
attorney is
coroner
talking and you are
inquest
saying
that
this.
the inquest has
Arifa.
been the court that these lawyers were attending. You understand? The coroner has been the court that both lawyers were attending. There is nowhere at the coroner inquest where Odumosun has taken over and Shittu was sitting down, warming the bench and looking.
Oh,
There
of course.
is no day.
That's what the lawyer just explained to you now.
There
That
That's
is
what
no
I'm
he
day.
telling
cannot be
you.
sitting
There's
down.
no way
He cannot be there
Odumosu
sitting
will be
down.
talking when the son was sitting down. There's no
Exactly.
way.
Hold
Because
on. Let
the
me,
fear
Daddy
of the
Lloyd.
son will
The Lord,
stay to judge.
Daddy Lloyd, let me
And
explain
that is
that
to
part.
show, and
Let
that
me
is to
explain.
show that Odumosun has been the one working. I did not argue that, but I am trying to let you know that since the Shittu has come into the picture, he has been the one.
He is speaking because of what the lawyer just explained now. Open your ears and listen. He said that it's not possible for his son to be sitting and a lawyer will be speaking in front of him. That's why he's speaking. But the person paying them said that
That
he's
is
just
that is
warming the
a bit
bench.
that is
That's
a
what he
bit
told us then.
that is a bit
Imole,
insulting.
please don't.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
don't.
Sorry
Imole,
about
please
that.
don't use
Sorry,
that
I'm
word,
sorry.
please, please,
I'm
please.
sorry, but
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry about that. I just told you
Please,
I'm sorry.
in fact,
No,
please,
no
But
permit me.
problem. Let's move on. No
Let me say
problem.
something,
Let's move on.
Talifa.
Let's move on. No problem.
Daddy Lloyd, with the submission you gave, I agree with you. But now, take a look at this. Odumusu was the one in charge of the case before they briefed the son. So, due to the fact that Odumusu has been on the case, and they decided to, between Odumusu and Mr. Miwa, they have, okay, we need a son. They brought a son because there was an argument that happened that there was a need of a son at the inquest. They hired the son, Shittu, only for the
Imole,
inquest.
ṣé olórí burúkú ni ẹ ní
No, no, no,
Imole?
no, 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 no,
The
no, no,
host
no, no,
said
no,
it
no, no, no,
doesn't.
no. No, 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 don't let us do that. I beg.
I came up
Don't
because
let
of
us do
Sholori
that.
Oh,
Buruku near Imole. Why are you
no, 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 no,
Don't let
no,
us
disrespecting
do that.
no,
everybody?
No,
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 Can't
no,
you
no,
pass your
no,
message
no,
and
no,
cross
no,
over
no.
no,
with
no, no,
us?
no, no,
Okay,
let us
no,
do that.
no, no, no,
I
no.
came up because
We
of
don't
that.
do that. It's
You should
No, let us,
We are
don't let us
streaming
do
you.
that.
Everybody,
no,
it's a
no, no,
nice
no, no, no.
conversation.
We
We are
don't do
streaming you.
so.
You should stop.
Oh,
You should stop bullying the men on the platform. You should stop
it's
bullying the
okay, it's
men on the
okay, it's okay,
platform.
mommy.
Everyone
It's
is
okay, it's
streaming this
okay,
nice conversation, and you're attacking
it's
people.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
All
It's
right.
okay,
You
Bobby
should
J. Thank you. It's okay.
then control your platform. You should stop bullying
It's
people.
No,
okay.
What
It's
is wrong
okay. It's
with you?
okay. It's okay.
you
It's
were trying
okay.
to
It's
have a
okay.
common sense, and we've been having a. Although I understand, we've been having an interesting conversation, but at least I guess your mother need to watch the way she talks to people. All right, because if me go find me, and all that, but I'm just been controlling myself today. Me, you know me,
Boss man,
at
boss man,
all.
boss man, calm down, boss man,
All
just
that.
calm down. Calm down,
But
boss man,
please
calm
let us
down.
be civil with everything we do. Don't let us
Exactly.
go that route. Your pardon. Now
Exactly.
back
Just
to
calm
whatever I
down.
was saying. Well, yeah. According to what I was saying so far, is that I agree with Daddy Lloyd, right? But the fact is that Odumosu was the one in charge of the case. When there was a need to get a son, due to the fact that there were anchors at the coroner inquest where there's a seniority in court, the wife of Falano will always object any rules from Odumosu's people. So we said there is a need of a son that can compete with her. All right? And ever since the day, go and ask and tell them to give you the briefing of the son. They hired the son basically for the coroner inquest to come and argue and take charge of the coroner inquest. Why Odumosu will support. All right? The thing that is there is that technically, Odumosu, this is where I'm going to agree with that Lord, is the head counsel. But Shittu is the one in charge of the case. Odumosu does not take anything. Odumosu works as a lower officer to San Shittu for the criminal case. Now, Odumosu is holding on to the case file while Shittu is hired based on what they hired him for to come and undo the criminal matters at the coroner inquest, to come and argue. And ever since the day they hired Shittu, Odumosu lawyers always carry book for the son. They only go there to support him. They don't speak. Shittu is the one that has the control ever since the day one they hired him at the coroner inquest. The only difference is that the case file is in the hand of Odumosu. That's just the difference. Odumosu does not interfere on the matters of the coroner inquest since the day they hired Shittu. They work together based on the instruction of Shittu. And Shittu knows this. Shittu knows this thing that I'm telling you. Because I know that Shittu and Odumosu used to have meetings. They used to communicate. They also even communicate with Sam Bankole and Shittu and Smiths. Bankole and Smiths. All right? And ever since he has been hired, he's the one in the front. He's the one arguing. It's Odumosu that will always pass letter, paper, or questions to Shittu. And you to use his qualification and his class to debate based on the whatever they've done according to the team. Shittu is the one that is in charge of the criminal case, while Odumosu is handling the civil case, which is the DNA. All right? But the fact is that the only difference is that technically, Odumosu is the lawyer, whereas they hire Shittu only for the coroner inquest. That is my take on that. You cannot say that, okay, in January, Shittu became the normal legal, the head of the legal team. Okay, I agree on that. But saying that Shittu has not been in charge of the case of the coroner inquest since March last year, that's a big lie. Because since the day, if you go to the inquest, it is written there, Shittu introduced himself as a lawyer of Aloba. And whenever Shittu stands to speak, Odumosu sit down. And Shittu has been the one handling the case. Odumosu does not interfere, except maybe there's a need, they support him with questions. And that's the fact. So that the lawyer, I agree with you that Shittu Odumosu
Okay.
was a lead counsel, all right? And that is it.
Boss man, let us move out of this matter. You know why? If we continue to prove this thing, we will just be proving it. You know why? The toxicology result or toxicology test was done by Odumosu. Is that not criminal? Is that civil? the result from toxicology and
Toxicology
autopsy,
is the civil case,
is it
not
for
criminal
civil
case.
or
Oh.
criminal?
It's a civil case now. Is
Hold
it
on.
criminal?
Hold on. Bossman. The result from it is not being used in corona.
Is it?
Who did it? Is it Shittu or Odumosu? Who
It, wa-
conducted
it,
toxicology and autopsy result?
it was
Who
me.
did it
It was me.
between the two lawyers?
See, wasn't telling you guys the truth. Went to Odumosu. Odumori, maybe underline that word. Maybe
Let
Shittu. Hold on.
us move out of this one. Just be
Hold on.
cracking our head.
Hold on. Maybe Shittu. It was Miwa that went to Odumosu that they don't need to do the autopsy and toxicology case. And he said that, okay, oh, this case that you are bringing is a civil case. It's not part of our deal. In as much that if they carry the case to Shittu too, is obviously Mr. Miwa that's trying to cut corner. He tried to cut corner by coming to Odumosu to do the autopsy and every other thing like that. Because he knows that if he has gone to Shittu will have charged more money as a son. And they came to the lesser barrister that was known that it's going to charge less. So are you trying to blame Odumosu for taking up the case when they are the one that brought the case to Odumosu? It is Miwa now. Miwa was representing Aloba, was speaking in the position of Joseph Aloba. So it was Miwa that came to Odumosu to do it. And you want to blame Odumosu for that? Because they know that if they go to Stanchitu, it will build them more money. And meanwhile, he's trying to cut corner to do it in the lesser charges and all stuff like that. And that's exactly what
Okay,
came to play.
I have one more question for you. So, but did they do justice to that what they do the test?
Who did the justice?
I'm asking if Odumosu did a good job with that.
Is Odumosu is it the pathologist? It's not me what the pathologist to
Well, it's not
Odumosu.
the pathologist. It's the one
It's
that
me.
it
It is
talks
me.
to the pathologist.
It is me what that introduced the pathologist to do your findings very well now. It is me what that introduced the pathologist and they said, okay, Mr. Odumosu should.
This is new to me. So,
No,
me,
go
what
and
brought
check
the
it.
pathologist?
He said it with his mouth. Go and check me. When he came this year, he said it with his mouth. Go and check the video. It's on the social media. Where did he say it? On the platform. He said it on the platform with his mouth. That he only sourced for it. And he told Mr. Odumosu to follow up. But he said it on Baba Mobile's platform now. I'll go look for the video. He said that with his own mouth. That he got the pathologist. He went on Google, he found the name of the whatever, and he told Barista to follow up.
Okay, bossman, sorry, please hold on. Imology for him, please hold on, Mama. Daddy Lloyd, please hold on too. How did we get here? We have a different conversation that we were treating before. You know, all of a sudden we went
No,
back to case of old.
why we got here was that what was the son doing for the past 1.5 year, 1 year and 3 months that he
Oh,
has been in
okay,
existence,
yeah.
that he did not sue the 15 people in the house. And they were telling us that he was not a son, he was not in the charge. So no. He has been the one in charge of the coroner inquest since March 2024. Shittu is the long-serving lawyer in the on Aloba's whenever. The longest serving legal team. 1 year and 3 months. And ever since then, the record is there at the coroner inquest. Ever since he came to introduce himself, Odumosu's boys, almost Monisola, they sit down when he talks. He took charge of the criminal case at the coroner. Everything of the coroner inquest was in charge. Meanwhile, try to cut corners by going through Odumosu because as a barrister, his charges will be lesser. He should have because you know that son will charge him more money. So you're trying to blame the barrister for that. Is it me? Is it the son? Is it the Odumosu that forced them to come and allow him to bypass son to come and give him to handle the pathology? And the pathology aspect is a civil case, not a criminal case. And it was me that introduced the pathologist, that brought the pathologist to the barrister. The barrister did follow up. He followed the man to talk, and when it comes to talk to liaise about money and payment, he said that go and speak to the family. And it was the family that donated, that paid money directly to the pathologist, not barrister. They should ask the pathologist who paid money to him. Is it Odumosu that paid money to him, or is the family that paid money? Is it Miwa that is representing Aloba? The thing we should ask that, did Miwa carry Aloba along before he take any decision?
Okay, can we move ahead of this, because I think
All right, thank you.
not with us anymore.
Yeah, thank you. Please, we've gone past this one. We were discussing something very fresh before. Let's move past that one. Let's continue on our dialogue before. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're just listening, it's Common Sense on G4M. We're only trying to make common sense, even though common sense might not be common. So that is why we are here. If you have any question to any of the panelists, please, you can come up. Madam Adedoyin, I've made so many wonderful contributions since. The same thing go to Mr. Arifa. He has made a whole lot of good, what is it called, since. The same thing goes to Imole, G4M, Daddy Lloyd, and the boss man. So if you have any question for any one of them, please, you can come up. So moving ahead, we read some stuff the other time. Bossman read the arguments at the courts, So, but I wanted to ask a question. Bossman, I wanted to ask Arifa one question, then Madam Adedoyin and Nimone G4M to one question, but let's take it one at a time. Okay, Bossman, let me say this. I'm taking you back to where we all began when York Daddy was here too. Let me say, you say something that has to do with what Shittu actually did in countering what the DPP said by freeing Naira Marley, Samilari, and this thing. You said the case are not the same, which we all know. We have a case of bullying, and we have those who are at home. All right. But you said the fact that Shittu advised the late Lady Oluwa father to, contest that and to appeal for that decision, you said is uncalled for. So, in your honest view, with a common sense, why do you think that is uncalled for?
Thank you very much. The simple reason why I said it's uncalled for is that when it came to table down his arguments, it didn't come with enough. When it came to table down his points, all right, his objectives, it didn't come with enough argumentative points of view, all right? Because if he has come with an argumentative facts that is not dead on arrival, number one, the public, the government, the DPP and the Attorney General was saying that, why are you so concerned about the people that they released? That they released these people based on there's no credible evidence that is linking them to the pride of Mobat. At the Sun came up with argumentative facts. It will make a lot of sense because it was so glaring that the way the DPP and whatever were even referring them to, they were lecturing him that they did not, that they only released these people. They have not acquitted these people from this case. That even if the coroner inquest round up, they will come up with the list of their facts. They're going to look into it and they will add, if they find Samilari and any of these people wanted, they will add them to the list. But as of today, as we speak, they have not found any incriminating matter in case on the DPP and whatever, they are not talking about the bullying. The concern of the state is based on state versus the suspect. Waiting by this boy. The government are not talking about bullying, but they know that it's not the bully that fight Mohbad. that night. So if the son wants to argue on that, he has to argue on fact and evidence. And based on that, he went with fake and shamble on substantial evidence. I got angry that no, this is wrong. You are not prepared. You went to go and combat a warrior when you are not fully prepared. It's like asking me to go and challenge Anthony Joshua. Eh? Now me go challenge them. I am not fully prepared. You went to go and meet a whole king of boxing that you know that he will have a lot of corners on how to he has experience on all those things. So if I want to come and challenge you, I should be prepared. I should plan strategy on what to do, on how to punch you to give you over to work and take you out of the ring. But because he went there unprepared, that is what concerns me. That man, this is just a shamble. Doesn't make no
Okay,
sense.
all right.
That
Thank
is
you.
the reason
Thank you.
why I
That is
said that.
okay, right. That is one out of the 2 questions I want to ask. I will ask everybody 2 questions. That is one out of the second one is, what do you think, in your honest opinion, with common sense, that the son should have done? And what do you think the next step that Baba Mohbad should have made? Just 2 of them, in
Well,
your own common sense and in your honest
yeah.
opinion. What do you think they should have done that they didn't do in your own?
Now, critically, when I look at the other side, because there's a two side to a coin, that critically, when I look at it into the matter again, I was like, that they lost this case at the initial,
Why?
that they lost
Mr.
this case.
Vibes. Oh, hold on, Mr. Vibes. Can I just
Mama,
correct Mr. Bossman about something?
What do you
Mr.
want to
Bossman,
correct me in this matter,
Mr. Lawa
madam?
Pedro, right? Lawa Pedro is the acting Attorney General of Lagos State, right?
Mhm.
Am I right? Mr. Lawa Pedro.
yeah,
And it's
I
an
think so.
SAN, okay? And it's an SAN, and it's not bigger or greater than Sanshito. Please correct that.
In
Lawa
the
Pedro.
All right, thank you,
Hold
Mama.
on. Mr.
hello.
Pedro, okay, you know what?
The
Just let me finish.
office, the
Yeah,
capacity where
listen.
he
His
is
office,
bigger.
listen, the office that is
What are you talking
occupied,
about?
yes, we do respect that office. But when it comes to law,
Is it not
hold
bigger?
on, hold on.
Ah,
But when it comes to law, it's not bigger than Sashitu.
I
Go
am
make your
talking
finding.
about the
All right.
office.
Well,
I'm
it's
talking
okay.
about the office.
Because it's an
The
attorney
office.
general, that does
Stop
not.
now. There are a
Okay.
lot of things. There is a lot of laws that is the Attorney
Madam
General
Adedoyin,
position.
Madam Adedoyin,
Okay, please
let
go
him
ahead.
let
I'm
him
sorry,
finish
Vibes.
the
I
yeah. You
apologize.
will yeah. I know, Mama. You will have your time to speak
I'm
on
Yeah.
sorry. I
everything as well
apologize
too.
for that. I
You will
just
have your
wanted to
time.
correct you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Number
I get you.
Number one. I can be in SS3 in the high school. If I become a head boy, I have edge over every one of you other prefects. As an head boy, there's a privileges that because we are in the same class does not give you to talk to me anyhow as an head boy. I have edge over you. So in everything that we do, they will consider me first because I have what? This is a common sense that we are talking about. We are all prefect in classes or in the school, but I'm a head boy. Of course, automatically, I have edge over any other person. That's just the way. That's the simple terms of all these things. So now, my opinion is this. I mean, my answer to your question is that the son lost this case does not mean that he cannot give a try or give a second chance to me. All right? Because I've seen cases where people lost preliminary cases, and when they got to the Court of Appeal, they lost, and when they went to the Supreme, they won. The fact is that I will be so surprised and disappointed. I'm already disappointed, but I'm trying to give him another chance. Because I do like Sanshitu. I respect him a lot. Hold on. Hmm?
Please. I ask you a question.
Hold on now. I'm answering the question. I'm giving you my answer.
Okay,
That
go ahead.
I am expecting him. I'm giving my own opinion. You asked me for my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. All right. So let me land. I'm expecting him, but by the time we go to the next, to the Court of Appeal, you should work on his assignment, get his facts right, his argumentative argumentative points of view so that it will be able to table everything out to or to argue and to displace whatever view of point of the whatever, and it's going to win the case. So far that your argument you can substantiate and you can so far that you can substantiate and you can come with the clear evidences of all this thing, you can beat it. I have cases of people that have sued the Attorney General of the Federation. Falana has done it before. Shirap organization have done it before. They sued the Federal Attorney General of the Federation and they won them to their own case because they came up with vital evidences that to shut them up, anybody can win the case at any freaking time. Now, my honest opinion now is that I think now my final
General of Lagos State, not Federation, please. Correct that.
I am talking about the Federation. That is what me I am. I'm using that as a case study. The Federation, okay? That Falana has sued the Attorney General of the Federation. I'm using that as a case study. And I said Shirap organization have also sued the Attorney General of the Federation and they won the case before. I'm using that as a case study. Now, back to my own honest opinion is that I think instead of them argue over this, it's better for them to focus on the 15 people in the house, how to get them to the inquest and to be questioned. And when they find them wanting at the inquest, they can add their name to the list of the nurse and the other people. The same thing goes with the Samilari. Let them work on them to find something to indict them. Simple as that. Shikena. Thank you very much.
Okay. God bless you, boss man. God bless you. Thank you so much. That was a good one. Okay, that was a good one. In all honesty, if I could pick out some points, what you mean is that they just need to get a substantial evidences against those people and file a case against them. That was a very good, honest opinion and good common sense. Okay, let me go to Madam Adedoyin now. Okay, Mama, let me ask you a question. We learned of what happened at the courts, the DPP versus Baba. In your own honest heart-to-heart opinion and a common sense way, do you think the judgment was fair enough? That is one question. And the second one is this: in line of what just happened, what do you think Shittu should do or can do, to propel the case more? Let me add Baba Mohbad to it too, that they can both do to propel the case more. That is just simple. Your honest opinion on that. Go ahead, Madam Adedoyin.
Okay, so first of all, I thank you for this. Well, in my honest opinion, was the judgment fair? I'll say yes, no. And I think a leverage was given to the Attorney General because he's the Attorney General. Let's just admit that. It was given a leverage over Shittu. I will not say over Shittu. It was given a leverage over the justice system because of his post, okay? Because they didn't want him to be put to shame. That's just the fact. And I want you to know that. Does Shittu have enough evidence against him? I'll say yes in a way. But because they didn't want to let him down as the AG, yeah, I think they gave him a leverage. But I want to tell you now, Shittu can blow him up if let him go back. He needs to go and do his own work really well. And I know Shittu is a very smart son. He is smart. And I want you to tell you, and I want you to know that the AG, Attorney General, is not greater than Shittu because he's occupying that office. No. And I want you to know that. But I think if Shittu should go back and appeal this case, and he needs to have good evidence, back it up with some good evidence, and I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win. If they don't give the AG another leverage, I think that was what they did. That case would have been, they would have won that case. But because they gave him a leverage, being the AG, the Attorney General, and they didn't want him to be put to shame, and I think that was what happened. That's just it. Because
let me ask you, sorry, man. Are you thinking or you believe that was exactly what happened? Because
That
I know you
was
are conversant. You are
that
conversant with
was.
law.
I'm telling you, yes, that's exactly what happened. That is it. Because how can and how can is the Attorney General and Mr. Aloba here took an Attorney General with his son to court? It would be a big shame on him. And I think that was exactly what happened.
So
But
let me ask you, in your hold on, Madam Adedo, in your honest opinion, I understand the fact that you know law very well. Let me say this.
I mean, no, I don't know law very well.
In your own honest opinion, like now we have thousands of people at the FYP. Let me say this: do you believe that nobody can actually take the same AG to court and win?
You can take the AG to court and you can win. Why not? I
Okay.
mean, if God
So
Almighty,
why are you of the opinion that probably the system is trying to protect the AG?
no, that is, don't use that word protect. They are not
Okay.
protecting. What they
So
are
what are
trying
they
to
doing?
do is just to, what they are trying
To
to do is
respect his office, right?
to respect his office. Do you get that? It's just to respect his office.
Okay, for a
And
rule of law,
you know,
hold on, madam, hold
vibes.
on, ma, hold on, okay,
Yeah.
hold on, man. For the rule of law, and we're talking about the demise of an artist here, all right? And in a case like that, that the deceased father, with a son, all right, and
Yeah.
now they sue.
Yeah, saying with due
Are you
respect.
telling? Thank you. Are you now telling us that because they were trying to respect the office of the AG, that was why they did what they did? Right? Is that what you're telling us now, man?
I will tell you partially yes. Yes. But do you know
How?
another issue? Well, I'm just telling you, it's just to respect his office. It's just that is just what it is, just to respect his office. But what they don't want is if Shittu should go ahead and appeal this case, it's another problem for the Attorney General. That's just the fact. And I'm not going to go and explain anything. If he should go ahead and go back and appeal this, that's a problem for him. Okay? And Shittu already said, he said he's going to take it as far as the Supreme Court. That's a stubborn son. That
Yeah.
is a stubborn son.
And I think
Because you
that
do not
I
listen,
think those two
because
calls
you know
are the
normally,
higher.
right? Vibes. Because you know normally you expect Sansitu to take this blow and said, okay, it's over. And I think that was actually what they expected. But that's not the case. This guy said, I'm gonna take it I'm gonna appeal it and take it as far as the Supreme Court. That is a rugged son. And I give him kudos for that. I really, really give him kudos for that. And so why can't you challenge the AG? Come on now.
Okay, God bless you. I like your stance, but at the same time, I feel like the AG is not immune. The AG is not immune for anything. Yeah, that is fair. If you said they were trying to respect his office, the AG
That's
is
what it is.
just
And then
yeah.
the argument was so watered, and they were respecting his office. I swear to God. The argument is so watered.
Boss man, look,
Boss
with
man, we
due
agreed
respect,
that nobody will laugh
everything that
here.
you read.
Nobody will laugh.
No,
We
listen.
agreed on
No,
that.
listen.
I apologize for that.
With due respect, boss man, everything that you read, that is not, lecturing the son.
Everybody
No, they are
heard.
not lecturing the son.
Everybody
He
heard what I
knows.
read.
You're not lecturing.
They heard what I
No,
read,
no,
though.
no, 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 please. No, boss man. That's not lecturing. Why should they lecture his son? The Attorney General
They
is
said the
surprised
son has
role.
evidence. So if the son has evidence, so why didn't he present all his
The
evidences? Emma, Kenya Kusa happy by you. Emma, I'm so sorry for laughing again. I'm so sorry.
so that is why he needs to go and appeal it.
Gospel vibe, can we just move so that we too
Okay,
have
go
some
ahead,
things.
Daddy Lloyd. Daddy Lloyd, go ahead. Sorry, please. Sorry.
Okay.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
Mother Dido. Let me assist you on this matter. First and foremost, what the Attorney General of Lagos State did is the constitutional right. What on that court, let's say some fact to ourselves, on that court is Attorney General of the Federation and his son is higher than that court. The first hearing, what the judge said is this: I'm going to sue my oga. I'm going to invite my oga. That he was looking the way he's going to do that. But Shittu insisted that I want to know why he want to charge these people. Then he said, if that be the case, then my oga comes and see what he know. That's number one. So on that court case, the Attorney General of the Lagos State has the right, constitutional right. This is inside the Constitution of Lagos State. Is in Constitution of Lagos State that Attorney General of the state can charge anybody to court. But one thing, I'm happy that Attorney General of the Lagos State charged this case to court. One, and I'm so happy that the Wahab Shittu challenged the Attorney General of the state, which let us know some facts. If people said they lost this case, me, it's not a loss. It is an eye-opening on this case. From the day the Attorney General of the state charged this case to court, they have never give the public reasons and the facts why they charge them to court. So the Wahab Shittu wanted to know what are the facts, what are the findings, what are the research, what make them to charge these two people and some others. That's why I said initially, the man made mention of three things. One, there is no public hearing. Two, he said the charging of the two of them to court, it lower or it's like it tarnish the image of coroner inquest. That's two. And the thirdly, that they free some people. That's the three items the Psalm charged them for. Do you understand me? So now when they now start to be in the hearing, they now said due to the police report. These are the key factors that the Wahab Shittu wanted to know. Do you understand me? So now it's not a loss for the Wahab Shittu. Wahab Shittu want to know where the DPP get their information from. Is it from the coroner inquest or where do they get that information that say they want to charge spending and the nurse? So now, based on the lower court, it followed the constitutional right that the Attorney General of the state has the right to charge anybody to court. For that reason, I dismiss this case. So if you are not happy, if you are not satisfied with the information they give on that lower court, that's why Wahab Shittu said he is going to take it to the any length. He want the IG to explain more. So we should not see this is a clash of the titan. It's not the way we are, and it's a clash of the titan. He want the Attorney General of the state, the reason why he charged these two people to court, and the reason why he freed Naira Marley on just a pardon, not even acquitted. He want them to come and explain more. That is just the fact. See, we should not mix it up. It's not like they lost. No, they know. It's constitutional right for him to charge anybody to court. Now, Wahab Shittu want to charge the Attorney General of the state now on the constitutional right of the public, that Attorney General of the state need to come to the public for public hearing. That okay, due to what the nurse wrote on a police statement, and due to what nurse said at the coroner inquest, also what spending said at the police clinic, and what this one said, that's why I'm charging them to this and this. That is exactly what Obama wanted to know, the lawyer. They just said they charge spending and do that on negligence. Negligence has to have a report, and the report is not public known. That's the constitutional right of the public, That was what the Shittu is fighting for. You need to come to the public for public hearing. We need to hear it. You can't just charge people. So what is charging the Attorney General of the state for right now is because he deprived the public from their own right. He's charging the IG now for public hearing. You cannot just take anybody because you have the constitutional right and do anyhow. No, you come back to the public. This case is a public case. It's not only IG. No, the public are here. The public are listening. So you come back. These people, I'm charging them for this, that, blah, 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 blah. Then we hear the report. Same thing on Corona inquest. If Corona inquest finish everything, he will need to call the public and read everything and submit it. That is it. It's a public constitutional right. So that's exactly what is happening on this case.
Wow.
It's a
God
clash
bless
of the
you.
titan.
God
and
bless you,
the
Daddy
exercising
Lloyd.
constitutional right.
That was a detailed explanation as well. God bless you. God bless you for that wonderful one. Okay, let's move on to Arifa. Arifa, are you there? Let's move on to Arifa now. So before we go to Mology for him. All right, Arifa, go ahead. Go on, please.
Yeah, I don't know the question you want to ask though, but I just want to.
No, I asked two questions earlier on.
I just want to point.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
On what Madam Adedoyin said concerning the post of the Attorney General and Shittu. You understand? When she said that, I was forced to check the rank. And I have to just type to search if Shittu has the same rank with the Attorney General. And I get to know that the answer is no. Attorney General is a political office, while SAN is a title. And the Attorney General also have the same title as SAN. So he's a superior, should I use the word officer, to Shittu.
Okay, so
That's what I
Arifa,
get to know.
okay, hold on.
That is what you said, that the office.
Arifa, if you listen to me very well, I said the office is what makes the difference. I didn't tell you that, whatever. Pedro, hold on. Pedro is an SAN and Shittu is an SAN. Okay? Pedro is the Attorney General here by political appointment. We understand that. All right? Thank you.
Arifa, what you should look into is that what year did Shittu become a son and what year did
I don't want to go into that details because I don't want to go into that details.
Shittu is even older than him in rank.
It is not by rank. We are talking about when did Shittu become a son.
I've gotten the thing I want to get.
When Shittu does not, it's not even up to 7 years ago that became a son now.
And I've been more educative on that.
Based on facts.
That is not where I'm going.
Okay.
That's not where I'm going. What I am trying to bring out there is that even Shittu acknowledged the power being invested on the Attorney General by him saying the Attorney General did not need anybody's permission to prosecute anybody he feels like. You understand? So, for a person that doesn't need
sorry, Arifa, Shittu said this, right?
Yes, that the Attorney General doesn't need anybody's permission to prosecute whoever he felt to be prosecuted.
You have the proof that it says so?
Please let me play it for them.
Okay, please,
let me play it for them.
Please play it for us. Let's listen, please.
So while you're looking for it, let me continue. So when you get it, you let me know. The SAN, for him to say that, you understand? I believe one thing for sure, and that is the fact that the Attorney General seems to be a bit unchallengeable. But this is it. You can easily challenge him and win when you have a substantial evidence. In this case, there is no evidence. There isn't a substantial evidence to go against the Attorney General yet.
If I have it, I have it now. Can I play it?
Oh, yeah, then you're back to
àṣà ẹ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ ti sọ àṣà yìí pé láì ló ti fẹ́ ṣe sílé ẹgbẹ́ tó lè lọ pé òfin nàìjíríà ló fún àtọ̀ndẹ́rà lágbára láti ṣáìdì ẹ̀ tí a fẹ́ pè lẹ́jọ́ a fẹ́ fẹ̀sùn kàn jẹ́ tó fẹ́ fẹ̀sùn kàn. Ọ̀rẹ́ sọ wípé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ wá gba information lọ́dọ̀ tó lè tó lágbára bẹ́ẹ̀. Tá a gbé wá síbí àjọ yìí ìdánilẹ̀ àwọn iṣẹ́ ìlú.
Wọ́n ní ìrètí tí àwọn olùkọ́ máa retí láti.
Tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ẹ mọ̀ wípé ilé ẹjọ́.
Just repeat that part, Bossman. Repeat that part again.
Eh?
Repeat that part again.
Okay, I should repeat it again. Okay.
Àṣà ẹ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ ti sọ àṣà yìí pé láì ló ti fẹ́ ṣe sílé ẹgbẹ́ tó lè lọ pé òfin nàìjíríà ló fún àtọ̀ndẹ́rà lágbára láti ṣáìdì ẹ̀ tí a fẹ́ pè lẹ́jọ́ a fẹ́ fẹ̀sùn kàn jẹ́ tó fẹ́ fẹ̀sùn kàn. Ọ̀rẹ́ sọ wípé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ wá gba information lọ́dọ̀ tó lè tó lágbára bẹ́ẹ̀. Tá a gbé wá síbí àjọ yìí ìdánilẹ̀ àwọn.
Bossman, please mute. Bossman, please mute.
Yep.
Bossman, please mute. Okay, I think I listened to where Shittu said, àṣẹ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ìjọba ló fún láṣẹ. Danko tí ó bá ti
wanna-
something. No. It's okay. I think that is the point. Or Arifa, is that not the exact point that you're trying to make?
That is what I am trying to let you know. And you
But did
all
you hear it very well? Is Ariwo one best? Recording here. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ dáadáa nǹkan tó sọ?
you're here.
Yeah. We had that one.
Where he also said he didn't need any permission from anybody to prosecute whoever he wants to. So somebody that have this kind of power, I believe whatever decision he makes, it should be read out in the court to the people that were prosecuted. The likes of Spending and Nos, I don't think many people did not attend the court the first day they arraigned them. I think I even got there late. The court is over before I get there, so I could not even do anything. The first day that they were arraigned, I was unable to listen to the whole stuff. So it was only hearsay. I only grabbed little from Spending and I'm not okay with that. So that's why I didn't talk about it. It could have been better, assuming I was there. They will read everything. I believe that everything will be read. You understand? A DPP advice will be a public document. Immediately it's been read at the court. So, in the aspect of the Shittu to the Attorney General, I think there's a lot of gap. There is a lot of gap. So, I am supporting the fact that if they want to appeal, yes, they can. Just like what Bossman said, losing at the early stage here doesn't mean they're going to lose at the appeal court, but only if they have the required evidence. The people they are temporarily released, there should be an evidence to call them back. You get it? Just like what he said, they are not treating the case of bully here yet. They are directly talking about the homicide and the murder, if possible. So they should have an evidence that will tie those people to the pie of Mohbad. But if there is none, I still believe there's every possibility for the case to still be dismissed at the appeal court. So you can ask me your question, Super Vibes.
Okay, God bless you. God bless you. The second question is this. So, what do you think should be the next step for Sanshitu to take thereafter?
Is it on the appeal or generally?
Generally,
Generally, I believe I will still keep singing the same music. Generally, instead of channeling the energy to the DPP advice that can be, amended after the corona inquest conclusion, that can be withdrawn against some people, or that can be still included. What I believe is uh, he should focus on the people in the house. All these people should be sued, charged separately or together on negligence. I still keep singing the same music. They all are guilty of negligence. The Mohbad is no more alive to testify to the fact that yes, I don't want to go to the hospital, or don't give me a first aid treatment. I was in the court when they asked the driver, throughout the 13 hours you spent in that house after returning from the direct from Ikorodu down to Lekki, is there any first aid treatment to Mohbad? And he said no, there is no first aid treatment. Okay, if there isn't first aid treatment, then that is negligence. You understand? So I believe they are all guilty of that. And I don't think there is any recording where they can present to us that Mohbad literally claim, I'm not going to the hospital. We have several videos where Mohbad is laying down in the hospital. There was a video where he's even shouting he's in the hospital, they are not attending to him. You get it? So I believe with that, they can easily focus on those people in the house. And if they can sue them for negligence, I don't think all of them can escape it. I don't think so.
okay.
So I
Thank you.
believe that should be the way forward.
Yeah, because the grounds of the application of Sanshitu and Baba Mohbad is they say lack of fair hearing, Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the second one is preemption of the Corona inquest.
The host. Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question concerning that first.
Okay.
The lack of what do you call it? Fair hearing.
They said the lack of fair hearing in Section
Let me
36 of
ask
the
you,
1999
the,
Constitution.
the fair hearing they are referring to, what do you think they are talking about when it comes to lack of fair hearing?
I think what
Remember,
Sanshitu.
remember, before
Okay.
you answer, remember the only court sitting so far listening to anything is still a fact-finding court. You get it? It is still a fact-finding court, which is the
And
Corona
that is the
Inquest.
Corona.
Yes.
Yes.
There is no any other court still sitting hearing anything yet. Even the people being charged, they are yet to face the trial. So what I am trying to ask is, the hearing they are referring to, the fair hearing, is about what?
Sanshitu is a son, like the name inscribed. Me, I'm not a son. So he will have his own reason for putting all this together. I think I see three grounds here. Lack of hearing, Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution. Probably they have their reason for
Let me,
why the
let
court
me,
didn't give
let me,
them.
can I expatiate what he meant by that? So,
Okay,
what he
go ahead,
meant by
please.
fair trial is that what he's saying is they did not give him the right, that his right to fair trial was compromised. In that, because in the where they had at the Corona inquest, he still had some people he want to give fair hearing to, that he would like for them to come speak at the Corona inquest, which they are boycotting because they're taking them to court.
No, I disagree with that. The reason why I disagree with that is that
I also disagree. I agree.
Sanshitu cannot
I'm in support of
Sanshitu
you.
cannot Sanshitu cannot charge or write any file or file anything against the hearing of Corona, and it should be
He's not saying
attaching it to
hearing of
this
Corona.
particular.
He's saying fair trial. Fair
Hold
trial
on,
was compromised.
hold on now. You see, the hearing of Corona, either being fair or not, is not yet to be determined, because the
Not
Corona is
getting
yet to
it.
be
We are not
concluded.
getting it.
And
What he meant is
no, what I'm
like
telling you is
to
that
speak,
cannot be
for some
attached.
people to talk.
It can be attached to this ongoing DPP challenge. You understand? No, it can be attached to this ongoing DPP issue because the inquest is yet to present to anybody their own reports. After
Correct.
presenting their reports,
Correct.
it's when anybody can come against it that no, there is no fair hearing here.
Thank you.
This is how it
Thank
is.
you.
This is
Thank
how
you.
it should be.
In fact,
But
Bossman,
you,
please.
presently,
you,
Bossman, hold on, Bossman. Let him speak.
but
Go ahead,
presently
Haifa.
there is nothing of such. So I don't see the reason why we should try to bring in Corona inquest into the DPP advice that only prosecute spending and the nurse that free the remaining 3 people, or 4 rather, that even free the remaining 4. So I believe there should be more to the reason of the fair hearing. You get it? I think just like what Super Vibe said, the SAN should be in good position. He's the only person who can put more light
Let
to
me
that.
come in. Sorry, let me just come in. I think when I'm making my own submission, that means you guys doesn't get what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is this: the Lagos State Attorney General of the state has the right, constitutional right, to charge anybody to court. The same law, the same Lagos State law said before the Attorney General need to give a fair hearing. He need to bring this thing to the public to see what and what they are charging these people for.
Daddy,
It's
let
not
me tell
there
you
to
one
be,
thing. Let me tell you
to
one funny
prove
thing. You might
them
not like to
and
hear
let us
this.
have a fair hearing. That's
No,
fair
Was
you,
hearing.
you,
It's a
compromised.
you
constitutional
might not
right
like
of
to hear
those.
this, sir.
No,
Let me
let
say
me come.
this.
Let me
You
land.
might
Let me
not
land.
like to hear
So that
it.
we get it.